So to start with, we just created a project using file, new project, and from here we selected the Maven project, click next, and here we used create a simple project. Yeah, simple project, and so we don't have to like do a lot of setup, right? So here group ID and all, you can see here like how test_ng, how do we do it? See, this is the group ID org.test_ng. So that accordingly we will put org. Here I have written Prashant because I'm writing my name instead of org name, and the artifact ID can be Selenium automation framework that we are trying to create. Okay. So there are different kind of files you can see here. Okay, so for Java developers also, they put their main code in src main Java. Here they put the prod code or their whatever executables they want. Here they write the their test uh, unit tests. Okay, and here they put some Excel files and all that. So accordingly we will create. So in our case, so here src mains Java, here we put things which are not related to testing, right? Like it would be considered like utils like take screenshot, read Excel file would be in the src main Java. Okay, and then things like src main resources, we won't use that much. Okay, and src test Java would have the test, src test resources would have Excel files, driver executables, okay, which are required for testing. Properties files also we put in the src test resources. Okay, so here we have these things. So there are different conventions also. Okay, so if you look at different packages here in the src, in the JRE system library, I think, yeah, here see there are different kind of packages. org.wrc.css, it tells that everything here is css, right? So accordingly we will put also package thing also we will do like this. Okay, so there are naming conventions. So there, before learning anything, there are some rules to it. Okay, so let's learn what the rules are. So first thing is, we will never hard code because hard coding is not the right practice to code, because a change at one place can, we want that change to be available everywhere, right? So that's why it's not a good practice to hard code. Then we will keep the right things at the right place, as I mentioned. Like some people read properties files from in the base test itself, right? That's not the purpose. So that's how they do it, which is not right. And we will use the reuse culture. Like for example, there are some people write driver.find element click test. They don't create enough utilities for that. So their utilities, they should use it. They use those utilities so that we write less code, right? That's the purpose of framework. So that we need to do. And here we make the framework easy to use for manual testers. So that's right, we need to make sure that the framework that we are creating is manual testers can also leverage that, and they don't have to download Eclipse and all that, do all the setup, right? They can, it is easy to use. Also make the framework robust. So by making robust means any changes, we make our framework so strong that even some changes, someone is not able to make changes. Like for example, making the default class as static, like how do we say it, like constant class. If we make it uh, here there is constant class, right? If I make this class as final, no one will be able to call it, right? So things like it won't be extendable basically. So right, so that is there. And then if we create a private constructor of this, no one will be able to create the object of this class, right? So this is how we have done it. So how do we start? So from pom.xml we have put in these dependencies. Okay, here there's in testng there's test scope is also there, so the scope I have removed. Okay, you can also remove that. So first of all we create, so there are conventions. Okay, class name has this convention, it starts with P capital, right? And then method name P should be small, starts with small. Package name is whole small is there, right? Final keywords would either be put like this or like this, right? Capitals. All constants will be stored in Assassin in Java for creating package. Okay, so here you can see that I've created package with that convention only, all small is there. Okay, so for example if we want the Chrome driver path, okay, so here if I've created this test for example, right? So initially this was like driver.find element, add web driver is equal to new Chrome driver, okay, driver.get google.com, okay, and then driver.send keys. Okay, this is first test, this is second test, you can see here, right? So initially I had created like this, but now before method, before method annotation, what it happens is, so since driver were used in all the methods, so that's why I declared it as a class variable. Okay, over here. Why to declare everywhere? So this is a common class variable which is used everywhere, so that's why I'm using this. Okay, and driver is equal to new com driver. So before method will execute before each test, after method will execute after each test. Okay, so for example test one before method would execute, then it would open the browser, go to Google Chrome, run this test and quit the browser, then open the test, uh, run this Google, go to Google, run this test and driver will quit the browser. Okay, so that's why this is the use of this. We have given the at the rate test annotation over here, right? So this is it. These are the things that we have done, and now you can create from here. You can create a run as testng suite, right? From here testng and convert to testng. Here it creates a testng file. Okay, it will create a XML file which from where you can run the test. So here I have created already. So here initially thread count was 5, I have put it to 1. Okay, name is test, class is equal to login test. If I want to increase this, I can put in like this, and I can put here home page tests, right? So this kind of things can also be done. Home page test. So here in the home page test, I can put in a test 3 also. And here I can copy, right? From here I can copy, and here I can paste, right? And here I can put test. So you can see here that we have to declare the setup method again, right? This one, you can see I have to declare this method again over here. So why to do that? So that's why we will create a base test class, right? That will import both these methods, right? For example, here I want to like so it might fail also, I don't know, because reason is I am calling this as like here, right? That driver is different, this driver is different, across different classes we are calling, right? So that needs to be taken care of. So we will see that how we will do that in the next lecture. So here you can see that these are the tests and this is how we run it. And here I will show you one thing that which is very important. So here you can see that private is there, right? So if I remove this, for example, right, I'll comment it this out, and here we go to login page test, and here if I want to, here I can create the method of this class, right? But if I create, I may uncomment this. So now you will see an error over here. See, you can see an error saying check the visibility of the framework, okay, to public. So that's why we put a private constructor there so that no one can create the object and call this particular class, because if someone wants to access this Chrome driver path, right, they will write framework constants class name dot the static variable, right? So they can call directly, right? So what I'm saying is they can call like this. See, it's not showing. Why? Because we have made it private. If I made it public, then it will be able to access. See, so that's why we don't want that. So we have created a getter here. So we will make it private, and we have created a getter here. So getter and setter. So here how do we create it? Source getter and setter. You need getter and setter, and it will give you an option here. It's not showing because I have already created one. Okay, this is getter. So for final one, you will not get any setter. So okay, so this I have created. Now from this one I can access. I can directly access from this. Okay. See, from here I can access that, right? So this is the way we make the setter as constructor as private, so that no one can create the object of this, and then we make it public, create a setter, and then it will and it will return the Chrome driver path to us. Okay, this will be public, but this is a private, so no one can access that. And yeah, so no one can change the value of this because it is final, right? And since it is final, we will mention it as capital, right? And why we created this as final? Because we don't want some other class to extend it. So this also I will explain. So here if you put extends, so here you will not get any right framework constants. You will not be able to call this. It will show an error, right? Remove final, right? It's saying remove final. Why I don't want someone to extend this class is because the reason for that is that they might try to access these constants by doing this. I don't want that. I want to extend base test here, right? So why should I? It can't extend two classes. So I want to extend one class only, which is base test. So that's why I've kept it as final. Okay, so that's how we create a robust framework. So this video is like an extension of testing bytes taught by testing bytes. So I'm just taking a look at it and creating smaller videos for that. So thank you for watching.